Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video doing an unboxing, review, and first time taste test of the Atlas Coffee Club subscription box. I previously did a couple videos reviewing these boxes in the past, but I had this last box remaining. And so what we'll do in this video is we'll just show you what comes in the box, to show you what the coffee looks like. Then I'll walk through brewing it for the very first time. As always, if you're interested in potentially purchasing this, I'll leave links below, but we'll get started. As far as Atlas Coffee Club, it's basically a subscription box where they'll send you different types of coffee on a monthly basis, and it really allows you to get exposed to a wide variety of coffees from across the world directly to your home. The price ranges based on the time of year and discount, but I signed up for this with a $30 off coupon, and so it came out to about like $8 a box, which was very cheap. But usually it's about like, I think like $15 or $16 for one bag per box. But we'll just show you what the coffee looks like. So this is the coffee bag. This is going to be their full size bag, and so it's probably about like 14 to 16 ounces as far as the bag size. So this one's from India, shows that on the side, shows this kind of like tiger pattern across the front here. And then the other things that come in the box are going to be a postcard kind of delineating where the coffee's from, with information about the actual like coffee manufacturer, as well as like a general postcard. So it's really highlighting that like world aspect of this as being international coffee. And then the other thing that they provide is a information card on the coffee that delineates where it comes from, the brew, the kind of like the accents for the coffee, and that sort of thing as well. And so we'll go over that for this coffee brew right now. So this is India Tamil Nadu. Tasting notes are red grapefruit, melon, and peanut butter. It's going to be a medium roast. One thing to note is you can delineate the type of roast you want when you sign up for the subscription. So I prefer like a darker roast in general. So I have it set up as medium to dark. And then on the bottom here, it says your impact. Ever had coffee from India? See the story of how the amazing coffee is made to US debut. And there's a QR code where you can actually go online if you want to do that. And then on the back side, it has information about India's coffee history here. I'll just read it real quick. It says, as the story goes, when Sufi Saint Baba Budan was making his return from a pilgrimage to Mecca, he was enamored by a dark drink he encountered in Mocha, Yemen. Unable to legally leave Arabia with raw coffee seeds, he smuggled 7 seeds hidden within his beard, later planting the first 7 trees in the shady slopes of Chickamauga in 1670. By the mid-19th century, British colonization brought production to a peak, but government control to exports in the early 1900s stunted this growth until 1996 amendment allowed farmers to sell internationally, with between 70 to 99% grown on today's farms sized less than 25 acres. Throughout India, local coffee culture continues to celebrate its origin, with many cafes named after Sufi saint. Today, the amazing journey of this coffee makes its way to you, offering an incredibly rare opportunity. So that's all that information there. And then on the bottom here, it says the growing region is sub-region Tamil Nadu. Process is that it's washed. Altitude is 1,300 to 1,600 meters. And then coffee notes, it says, welcome to India, equally as rare as it's delicious. This exquisite selection comes from Riverdale Estates, a farm known for its commitment to coffee quality and excellence, a discovery we couldn't be more excited to share with you on the world tour. So that's all the information as far as that card. The other card really just shows a picture on it and then has more information at the top. You could actually use it as a postcard if you want. But that's the main things. Now what we'll do is we'll walk through actually brewing this and give you a sense of the taste test so you can get a sense of how it tastes as well as looks. Okay, so here's everything we need to make the coffee. I did pour out the coffee, 30 grams, onto my coffee scale already, but this is what the coffee beans look like out of the bag. So definitely a medium roast. There is a little bit of oil residue on it, but it's not overly roasted, which is nice. And I will say that when I opened the bag, there was a very nice, strong coffee aroma to it, so really indicating that it's very fresh. and that it's going to have some like good strength as far as the coffee. But what we'll do now is we'll just grind this up and then we'll start brewing. Okay, so now the coffee's all ground. Hopefully I don't make a mess here, but this is what it looks like. I did do a finer grind for this. As far as the aroma, it's a very, very nice, strong, fresh aroma. I don't smell any sweetness or anything, but this is what it looks like after grinding. Now we'll walk through actually brewing this, but overall I'm pretty impressed with like the depth of the aroma for this coffee. So okay, so we have 30 grams of coffee ground in the pour over setup. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a ratio of 1 to 17 for water, so it's gonna come out to 510 grams of water. The nice thing about this scale I have is that it really will just measure the weight as you go. So we'll just start pouring the water in. And then whenever I do this, I basically just pour and wet the grind a little bit until it's fully soaked. Like that, okay? And then I let it sit for about 1 minute and 30 seconds so that it can fully bloom prior to pouring the rest of the water. And so we'll do that now. All right, so the water ran pretty much all the way through, so we can go ahead with the next step. But now what we'll do is just do small circular motions, very slow. And we'll continue doing that until we reach our weight limit as far as the water contribution. And so we'll do this until it's 510 grams. And so now we're at 510 grams and all the water's in here, so we'll just let it brew all the way through. All right, so all the water has run through now, so this is what it looks like afterwards. We'll just set this aside. And then basically we've got this plunger that kind of puts a lid on this. And so now we have the fresh coffee, and we'll pour it into a cup. Okay. Usually I drink it with some fresh oat milk that's been frothed, but we'll taste test this as black right now. And I'll say that it's got a very nice, strong, rich flavor to it. I don't really notice the notes of melon or grapefruit or peanut butter, which is what they listed. Maybe a subtle hint of peanut butter. But all around, it's a very, very rich, like strong coffee. I'd probably say it's a little bit more darker, or like more towards the darker blend rather than just being a medium roast. But I'm actually pretty impressed with this because this has been sitting quite some time and it does have a lot of flavor to it. But that's all I have for this video. So that was the Atlas Coffee Club for the India coffee that they have. I'll leave links below if you're interested in signing up. If you have questions, comments, post them below. But hopefully this was helpful for those of you that are looking into this coffee club or do have a subscription to get a sense of the different varieties. But thanks for watching and have a great day.